Surely not everybody was kung fu fighting. I could see like a couple of people kung fu fighting, but everybody? Everybody's trained in the art of kung fu. Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to the Uke Revolution. I'm Brooke. You're watching a lesson for the wacky 70s favorite, Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas. You know what I love about this song? Carl Douglas wrote the whole song himself. There were not multiple writers on this. Like if it was coming from a big star these days, it would be like a gimmick song, right? He just really actually wanted to write a song about Kung Fu. He didn't have a bunch of writers behind him going, hey, this will be memorable and interesting. Nobody's ever written a song about Kung Fu before. So the chords are already on the screen if you want to start looking at them, because I'm going to talk about business stuff real quick. In this lesson, we're going to learn the chords, shapes, the chords for each part of the song, the flute riff, however it goes, and then the chords for the different parts of the song. I'll show you some strum patterns. I'm going to play the whole thing. There's timestamps. You can skip around to any part of the lesson you want. There is a song chart, PDF, tab, whatever you want to call it, for this song. All the little things you see on the screen today are taken directly from the song sheet. That song sheet is available in the member library, along with over 500 other song titles that are all taught on this channel somewhere. And there's all kinds of links below that direct you to where you can join as a member, or you can buy just the individual song sheet. Okay, we have D, E minor 7, A7, and B minor. There's a couple of chord substitutions you might like to try out. You could try playing D major 7 instead of D. D major 7 is barring the 2nd fret, and then you have one finger on the A string of the 4th fret. You could also try B minor 7 instead of B minor. B minor 7 is barring the 2nd fret. So these two chords will make it sound a little more colorful, a little more funky and interesting. Okay, so for the chorus is, of course, the famous hook, everybody was kung fu fighting. In between all these forward slashes are 4 beats. We have D for 8 counts and E minor 7 for 8 counts. I'm gonna play the chorus chords with a down strum. You can follow along with me if you want, or you can just listen and see what it sounds like. I'll do it more than once, and the second time through, I'll play the D major 7 so you can see what that sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, E minor 7, D major 7, E minor 7. The verse. So the verse is they were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. Any of the storytelling bits in most pop music, that's what verses are. They're telling you a story. So we have D for 4, E minor 7 for 4, D for 4, E minor 7 for 4, D for 4, E minor 7 for 4. And then we're going to break the pattern. We're going to break the cycle. D for 4, A7 for 4. So that sounds like this with a little down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, E minor 7, D, E minor 7, D, E minor 7, D, A7. There's one more little part to look at. It's the bridge. This is the oh, oh, oh. So it sounds like the intro, but the chord's a little bit different. And we'll see the intro later when it's on the screen with all the lyrics and the chords and stuff. So the bridge is B minor for 8, E minor 7 for 8, B minor for 8, E minor 7 for 4, and A7 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, B minor. 5, 6, 7, 8, E minor 7. 5, 6, 7 to the 8, B minor. Let me try the B minor 7. E minor 7. A7. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Okay, what else is there to look at? The strum patterns. Cool. So we have a subdivided beat rhythm. We're counting 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a, instead of counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you want to know more about what that means, there's a lesson on the channel. It's called Funky Strum Rhythms, Subdivided Beat Strums, something like that. It's linked below in the caption. along with some other strum information and rhythm information kind of lessons. These two strum patterns are taken from the Strum Index. That's one of the things linked below. There's a free PDF with it. This one is a simpler subdivided beat strum, and the second one is more complex. So this first one I'll play with the chorus chords, and it sounds like this. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, 3, 4. E minor 7. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those cats were fast as lightning. Oh, I used to think it was those cats were fast as lightning, but it's kicks. So I just learned that making this. The more complex one. Down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up, down, up, chunk up, down, chunk up. So there's so many more ways that you could strum this in the same rhythm, and there's a lot of strum pattern examples that fit into that rhythm, and they're on that index, and you can pick the one that you like. And the lesson that's on the channel for that index demonstrates all of them. These are the ones that I picked for this song. The second one I picked because that's how I like to play it. First one I picked because I wanted to show you a simpler pattern. Let's look at the flute or string riff. So this riff comes at the beginning of the song, and then later it comes in the chorus in between lyrics. So the first half of it, this first part that starts with 2 and then goes to the 0 here, 2 2 2 0 0 2 2 0. That's the first half of it. The second half is the part that starts with a 10. So he sings, everybody was kung fu fighting. First half. Those cats were fast as lightning. If you have low G, you can play the second half of it down an octave, and it's more like the original. So for the low G one, the first half is the same. For the second half, starting on the 3 here, we're going to knock everything down an octave, a lower pitch. Same thing, it's just in a lower pitch because we have the low string to play the last couple notes. And when you're singing it, those cats, that lyric, those kicks come on the 2 and the 0. Those cats were fast as lightning. So a way that this might vary throughout, sometimes they play the opening note, the 2 more times. So instead of, it would be just really little variations. Every now and then there's something at the end where it doesn't go down, like it goes up, or it stays on the same note. These little variations that happen throughout, just so you know, like, this is the basics of the riff, so you can have a little fun with it. It's not like this super detailed full version of the riff. I just wanted to give you like an idea of how you could play it. Let's look at the intro and outro before we play the whole song. So this intro is the same chords as the chorus. And we're just going to strum down once for each chord and let it resonate like this. Oh, 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 oh. And we repeat that. What's happening at the end of the song? Let's see. So at the end of the song, that thing comes back, that intro comes back, and Carl Douglas is singing some kind of ad-libbed lyric lines over it, and the song fades out. This oh, whoa, whoa, whoa part, you can play it as much as you like. You could do little ad-libs too, and then you're just going to end the song on D. Okay, let's hit it. I got a little reverb going. You know how I like to do. One thing to notice, be careful at the end of the verses. That chorus lyric, everybody was, comes like really right after this lyric. So it's not right here because it's on the next little image, but just so you know, it's coming up like right away. Oh, whoa, oh, That's D major 7. Oh, just for fun. 1, 2, 3. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those guys were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. There were funky Chinamen from funky Chinatown. They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down. It's an ancient Chinese art, and everybody knew their part. From a fader to a slip, and kicking from the hip, everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing. What's funky Billy Jim and little Sammy Chalk? He said, here comes a big boss, ooh ah, let's get it on. He took a bow and made a stand, started swaying with the hand. So the motion made me skip. We're into a brand new trip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. I tried D major 7, but they fought with expert timing. Oh, here's the bridge. Oh, 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 ha, oh, oh, ha, oh, ha, ha. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Make sure you have expert timing. Ooh, ooh. Good little ending. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Just like that. I like that little ending. I'm just strumming. I'm just on the D, and I'm just strumming down once for each syllable of kung fu fighting. Kung fu fighting. 2 on the ting. This may be like my new favorite song to play. That's really fun. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time with another lesson. Peace out. Bye. Where's the bye screen? There it is.